Hello, and welcome to my interdisciplinary painting studio. Okay, studios. So I've got my living room studio where I paint and I do mixed media collage paintings as well as large scale oil paintings from paints that I make myself. Usually I do embroidery in there super early in the morning and in the evenings. And then we've got the Maker's Nook, which is my interdisciplinary studio. I built an off-grid tiny house on wheels with my husband, which we lived in together full-time for over a year and a half. The tiny house is now known as the Maker's Nook, as it is my interdisciplinary art studio. If you want a full studio tour of both of these studios, you can check out the videos that I made in creating both of those spaces. There's a playlist for all of that. I decided this would be a fun day to make a little channel video. I wanted to just take a moment to just share what my YouTube channel kind of is all about, the types of videos that you'll see, share my comprehensive list of all the mediums that I practice, as well as a special announcement. I think I need a list of every medium I do. I am an interdisciplinary painter, meaning I see the world and all that I create through the lens of shapes of color, painting, and line drawing. This is tied to methodologies of making rather than a particular artistic medium. Let's go over to the Maker's Nook, where I have most of my interdisciplinary practices. Included within my painting and drawing practice are sewing, quilting, patchworking, natural dyeing, darning, garment sewing, embroidery, and now booting, weaving. One time I wove a basket and did some coiling too. I also love doing multiple types of painting. Oil painting from paints that I make myself, mixed media paper paintings that combine lots of drawing materials, collage, pop-up books, sometimes 3D paintings. Then we got book arts, so bookbinding, pop-up books, paper making. I also love creating my artistic spaces, so throughout my home, and creating just like crafts and DIYs are really fun as well, so sometimes I'll be doing that. There's probably more, but oh yeah, Turkish marbling. Oh my gosh. And I love doing murals as well. I did a ton of murals in the tiny house, and I've done a ton of murals throughout New England. Welcome to Patreon! Woohoo! I'm so happy to have you here. If you want to dive deeper into learning art with me and building our community, you can head to my Patreon, which is so excited. I officially launched it last night. So I shared a video on my Patreon going through all the details, and you can check those out. There are 3 tiers. There's a free tier, which I'll be sharing things on monthly. So if you just want to pop over there and help me determine the videos that will be here on YouTube, that's a great way to do that and keep up with other things as well. And then we've got the studio supporter tier, which is for folks that are just looking to support me in my creative life. And then we've got fellow maker. So these are folks that are super excited to learn art with me and have art community. There is a much bigger deep dive on everything to do with Patreon and everything to do with my kind of art journey on Patreon. You can become a free member and watch a longer video that kind of goes through all that. So, the types of videos that you're gonna see here on this channel are studio vlogs, behind the scenes, day in the life of a full-time interdisciplinary artist. You can check out this video if you wanna see a little sampling of what that looks like. As an interdisciplinary painter, I do tend to bounce around from one medium to the other. I do not have a plan for my videos when I set out to record. I genuinely just am making and am excited, and then I will hit record when I feel like I have something to share. Then I bring things together and create an authentic narrative. Then I've got more medium specific videos, so deeper dives into a specific medium. So if I'm making paint, there'll be a whole video on that, and I'd love to dive deeper into details on paint making, on weaving, on natural dyeing, on Turkish marbling, as well as of course my painting process. A lot of the work that I create spans across days, weeks, months, and sometimes even years within series. And so I also want to create project diaries where you dive deep into a singular piece or a singular series. For instance, my lovely tapestry that I wove transitioning the season from winter to spring, and it took me a full 3 months. I'm going to be sharing polls as well on my free version of Patreon as well as my paid tiers. So then you can help me decide what you'd like to see. When am I sharing videos? Most Fridays at noon. I am a human being and I have other things that I am doing as a full-time working artist. But most Fridays I will be sharing a video. So I am taking a little excerpt from my Patreon launch video to learn a little bit about me. I have been a working artist for 10 years. I got my Bachelor of Fine Arts. I actually did 2 degrees at once. I did book arts as well as arts education. I knew even when I was 16 that I wanted to be an arts educator. I'm really drawn to ancient practices in art and foundational practices in art, which is what then drew me to making my own paints. So making my own paper, making my own paints from stones, collecting earth pigments, ochre specifically, and finding out how paint works and the story of not only painting, but also material is really fascinating to me. The most beautiful mug you've ever seen. That's another element of my practice. I tend to work either extremely large, so larger than myself, or I like to work, and sometimes in combination with working extremely small. So hyper detailed, every detail is considered. From if I'm making a quilted patchwork jacket, let's say, I have naturally dyed the yarn, I have hand quilted it, everything is foraged scraps from people that are discarded. You know, every fiber has a story, and bringing those all together. I'm not really interested in adding more fast things to this world. My intention is to help people be present and to seek their own innate creativity in the work that they make. And my hope is that my artwork can hold space for folks. I feel that making long-form videos, both on YouTube and here on Patreon, is a way to connect to folks on so much of a deeper level. And it will also help me in my practice, for me to be able to share what I love and what I'm making and show behind the scenes and show what I'm creating. Again, if you'd like to see more, you can just head to Patreon, just become a free member, and you can watch the whole launch video. As always, if you'd like to purchase my available artwork, either through the gallery that represents me or work that I have in my studio, you can check out my website. This is also where you can fill out a form to commission me for an original artwork. I also made a really fun form called the Quilted Jacket Questionnaire. It's honestly a really fun form. I use it when I'm designing my next jackets. You can do a vest, you can do a jacket, things like that. You can fill that out to envision your dream quilted jacket, and I will create it for you. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out in the studio with me, and I am really excited to see where this channel goes. I hope to see you over there on Patreon. I am so excited about it, and I'm so excited to be here on YouTube. I think I'm actually gonna sew today. I just made this shirt. Isn't it so cute? I'm obsessed. Genuinely, I wanna make like 15 more of these. Also, I am so excited for next week's video. Let me get what it is. I'm gonna be sharing with you how I made quilted, appliqued, reversible, embroidered for the spring and summertime. I am so excited. I'm gonna have a video here on YouTube going through the whole process, and then a much deeper dive on Patreon. Okay, I'm going to fly away. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get outside and look at something beautiful. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.